Hi, I'm Ed Sperling. I'm the editor-in-chief of Semiconductor Engineering. I'm over at Siemens EDA with Jayant D'Souza. Going to talk today about how to use test data and combine that with other types of data in manufacturing. Jayant, we have a lot of data that we're dealing with these days, actually more than ever before because the chips are getting so complex, you're getting it from all places. But you need access to more of that data than you did in the past, too, right? What's happening there? Is that changing? Is it improving?
With these new modern technology nodes and modern designs, I mean, time is of the essence, and the complexity is very, very high. Typically, in the past, I mean, it traditionally design houses, fabless designs owned the design data, and manufacturing houses, foundries, would own the manufacturing pieces of data. Today, with the complexity of designs and such a close interaction between design, manufacturing, and test, globs of data need to come together all at the same time to actually make relevant insights into what might be causing the yield to go down or the yield to not be as high as we wanted it. One of the biggest challenges today is to A, share the data between is comfortably with each of these different players, manufacturing and design houses, and to quickly draw insights from all that data so that all of us can have better yield and make the whole process more profitable.
Let's take a closer look.
Sure.
Jayant, what are we looking at?
So what we're looking at is I've simplified the whole process of data process into three different buckets, right? The foundry typically does the manufacturing and owns all the manufacturing data associated with manufacturing and design. The fabless company does the design and they own everything about the design. There's IP involved in the kind of design that they're doing that differentiates them from one another. And every design that was manufactured is tested, and there's a bunch of different test parametric information that's relevant to this design that also tells us a little bit about how the manufacturing was done for that particular device. And typically in years gone by, these different pieces were silos. We kept them, we protected them and kept them separate from each other. However, with complexity of designs being so great today and the complexity of manufacturing process becoming so convoluted and difficult, what we're seeing today is that all these three pieces of data need to be brought together in an analytics platform so that relevant insights can be gleaned from that information very quickly in order to make quick changes to the process.
Does this get more complicated as we start moving into chiplets and particularly third-party chiplets?
Especially when it comes to chiplets, this has a very big impact. One of the problems with chiplets is they are large and they're all assembled together. So not only do you want to put all these different good chiplets all together in the same package, you want to be able to make sure that you're not waiting on one chiplet because the yield was lower for a different design.
Yeah, basically you have a lot of operations going on simultaneously, and if any one holds it back, then the whole thing slows down, right?
Absolutely. You don't want to be sitting if you think of a car manufacturing plant, you don't want the whole car to be manufactured and just say, 100 cars waiting for a steering wheel to be put in. So that's a similar kind of, this analogous to this kind of problem where you have 10 or 10 different chiplets, nine of which are all manufactured, and you're waiting for this one last piece to show up.
And this is all coming together primarily because if you do very, very large chips, your yield typically goes down. So now you want to break it into little pieces. You can identify where the problems are with those individual pieces and just make sure you have known good dilets or chiplets.
Absolutely. So the idea with doing this early on and being able to screen these really quickly and find things that will improve, find any kind of subtle change that will improve the yield or the throughput of getting good die and chiplets quickly is of the essence because semiconductor demand is very high in all aspects of our lives today.
The challenge here is that when you put it all together, the individual chiplets are smaller than an entire SoC, but you have a lot more of them, and they're also interconnected in ways that you didn't interconnect them before. So now you have to overcome your silos, right? And this data has to move all over the place.
So that is one of the largest challenges that we face today. We need to have all of these pieces. We know that. The question is, can we share all of these pieces of data in a way that keeps all of the data safe? People are protected, their IP is protected, and at the same time, can we draw insights really quickly from it? New platforms, the analytics platforms that use machine learning, need to keep this data, need to ensure the integrity of this data is maintained while simultaneously maintaining drawing these insights really quickly, even overnight, to improve yield because yield is dollars.
And this is one of the big problems that we've run into in the past is that nobody wants to share this data at the level that everybody needs to.
Yeah, that's one of the big changes, and that's one of the biggest challenges. People don't necessarily want to share the data today, but we have no choice. If we want better devices, we want devices that run quickly, cheaper, faster. We have to be able to share this data in a way that protects us as well as we can benefit from.
Where does test come into this from the standpoint of new relationships? Because in the past, everything was pretty well defined by the silos. They worked very efficiently for what we had with SOCs. As we move into this new world of chiplets, you now suddenly have partners that you didn't have before.
So, with the changing landscape in semiconductor, one of the big changes we're noticing is test houses, for example, are in more close contact with both the design and the manufacturing aspects, more in line with what manufacturing and design have been doing. And there's more data sharing. It's not a throw it over the wall attitude. There's a lot more interaction between these different teams to ensure that information is shared between them to perform the best possible screening for these devices as well, so that the best devices get out into the market.
Is the data now redefining how the different teams go together and what the makeup of them is, and also what they're working on?
It's starting to change trend that way. That is the big challenge for us over the next few years, to bring these teams together with all these different buckets of data so that we can safely analyze them, protect people's IP, and at the same time get the best possible semiconductors out there in the quickest amount of time.
Giant D'Souza, thanks for a great explanation.
Thank you, Ed. It's a pleasure talking to you.